NOJOESCHMO.
Yeah. Yes, sir. You know what this is? Everybody, listen. Listen. Whether you're in your cars, whether you're staring at your phone while you're laying down, or you scrolling, stop scrolling. Let's stop it right here. It's the moment right now. Y'all saw them lights flashing, right? If y'all look on my IG, you know what I'm talking about. Lloyd Musa, NOJOESCHMO. Every time I post, I have the lights flash and let you know that it's a new post coming up. And this is one of those new posts, right? So today, this week, I want to kind of like talk about kind of what I do for a 9 to 5. Yes, I have a 9 to 5. And what got me to a 9 to 5, literally, honestly, was being broke, right? Or becoming broker, or becoming, you know, yeah, I did what I had to do, man. I was financially unable. Oh, Translee. Shout out to Translee. He had Translee, right? That's how you say his name? I seen this video of this guy. He has this music video. Y'all go check it out. It is of him as an Uber driver. Like, he literally had to drive Ubers while being famous. Like, while people know him, he's picking up clients in his car. And I thought it was very interesting because I can relate to that, you know. Having songs on the radio, having a major record deal at one point in time of my career. It gave me some clarity. It gave me some humbleness to be back at a 9 to 5. And when I say 9 to 5, you know, I had jobs here and there. But to me, like, it started off as a 9 to 5 and it turned into a career. Right? So I worked for this company, and they are a major group home here in Georgia. When I say major, we're like probably number one in terms of the facility, in terms of the services that we provide, right? Going back into my broke stage, I needed a job, and my dad was like, listen, I know this lady I can put you on to. You can get a job here. It'll be a walk-in. You know, you wouldn't have to do much. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, all right. Till this music thing back off, I'm going to attempt it. What is it? You're going to be working with kids. What? Come on, Dad. Children. Yeah, just come. I know this lady will come. I'm going to introduce you. Cool. I went up there. Hired on the spot. By the way, my dad giving me the alley-oop. When I say that I didn't take it serious until this one moment, my boy, one moment that literally changed the trajectory of what I did with this organization, or what I am still currently doing with this organization. And basically all we do is these kids are taken by the Department of Family and Children Services out of their home because of whatever circumstances and placed in a group home while they're working on their case to possibly return back to home with their parents, right? This is what they're doing. So one day I'm in the activity area with all of the kids, and this girl comes up and sits next to me. This particular young girl had just ran away probably 2 days prior, and then the police caught her and brought her back. Oddly enough, she was supposed to be turning 18 2 weeks later. And normally when kids turn 18 and they're in custody of the state, they get a chance to sign themselves out of care, and they'll be a grown-up. They'll go live their life as a grown-up. Statistically, a lot of these kids who do that become homeless, right? That happens. It's a thing. Anyway, this young girl was 2 weeks away from being 18. She had ran away 2 days before because she told me, she sat down, she told me, she said, I just ran away because I just wanted to experience what like being a teenager is. I've been in the custody of the state, like DFACS, for my entire life. And I know I'm 2 weeks out from my birthday, but I am tired, right? she was exhausted of being in care, and she just wanted to be out. So I asked her, I said, what did you do when you was out? Like, what was y'all doing? You know what she said to me? She said that she was with her homies and she was drinking and driving and she was joyriding with her peoples, drinking and driving. And I remember in that moment, like the boys were playing like PlayStation over in the far corner. They were playing Madden or something like that. And I saw it and I was like, oh, I remember telling her, hey, you was tripping. I got up and I walked over there and started interacting with the other kids. And remember what I'm telling you, this is the moment where things change for me, right? So she turns 18, and guess what she did? She signed herself out of care. She left. She really wanted to be out, and she stuck with that narrative and left, right? So we all saw her goodbye. You know, she was going to stay back with one of her aunts or something like that. We saw her off. She was going to come back to get some of her other stuff. Maybe about a month after that, the police department came over to pick up her belongings, right? And that day we found out. We had heard about this accident that had happened 2 days, well, like maybe a day or two before he came. And so he was reminding us, hey, you know that accident that was on this such and such street? Everybody was like, yeah. They was like, she was the one that was in the accident. She got ejected out of the windshield and she actually was decapitated. Yeah. So my heart like hit my shoes, bruh. Because it was in that moment I realized that like you have an opportunity while you're here to affect their lives. And I didn't do that. I could sleep better and look myself in the mirror knowing that even if she did get in the car and continue to get it, you know, fate has it, right? Fate played itself out that she still died after I talked to her, right? You know, it's like Final Destination. It's like you can't dodge. You don't know your time and you can't dodge it, right? If fate would have it that she had still died after I told her how I felt about it, anything I could have said, hey, you know, you doing that type of stuff could really lead you to like getting in an accident. I could have said that to her, and maybe she would have thought about it before she got in the car. Maybe, just maybe. But the fact that I didn't even bring it up, that I didn't even mention it, plagued me. It was in that moment, that very moment when I heard the officer say that, the seriousness of what I took in this particular career or job, the seriousness I took of it, took on a whole new level. So much so, now again, listen, I was the high school graduate that was mediocre, that was like, listen, I'm begging Miss Joanne Jackson-Jones to pass me. Like, please give me 2 points to pass and graduate. Please give me 2 points to graduate. From that point in time, I took it so serious that I went back to school. I went to college. And got my degree in psychology. And then after that, I went back and got my master's in mental health and wellness with an emphasis in family dynamics. So now I'm starting to connect the dots and make it all make sense to what I'm now passionate about. The youth, the kids. So over the course of the next 2 weeks, I'm going to start this series. I am going to be expressing some tips and just giving you some things that happen within my own personal family, and hopefully we can create a conversation on raising these teens. Shout out to all the kids in the group home. We love you. Hold on, hold tight. We love you. We got you. I had one last week, bro, that I had to tell this story to, because she's going off to college, right? She's going off to college this week. She's leaving. she had got out of school early, and now, as of this week, her plans has changed. She doesn't want to go anymore. And I had to break it down. We had to have a serious talk to her and break it down, like, why not? And it turns out that she's just afraid. She's afraid of moving on. She's created friends and bonds in the group home setting. She's afraid of starting over because it feels like she always starts over. So I encouraged her to be like, listen, as you grow and as you evolve, there are going to be stages in your life you're going to have to do things that you're afraid of, like you're not, you're not going to be comfortable with doing, and that's okay. So that's all the stuff that we're going to talk about. Listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all, but I do want y'all to know, No Joe Schmo. We're gonna continue these series on for 2 weeks, man. I love y'all. I see y'all next time.
No Joe Schmo.